Welcome to Rowe Pottery. We are so excited to bring our 45-year anniversary celebration to your home. In these uncertain times, it's more important than ever to celebrate small business. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to open our studios today for your enjoyment and just show you the behind the scenes, so we're bringing it to you. Rowe Pottery's had many ups and downs over that time, but no matter what, we've always come out stronger. We're here today to celebrate our employees, celebrate our process, and celebrate our quality product. We want to show you how we truly bring it from our hands to your home. All of our products start with the same ingredient, clay. Our clay is manufactured just southwest of Madison in Paoli, and we have two different types. We have our white clay and our red clay. Our white clay is used for all of our solid colored pottery, and our red clay is used for our classic Rowe pottery that's all hand decorated. We order about 10,000 pounds of clay per quarter, and you can see we just got a shipment in, and so we're pretty fully stocked on clay. As we use the clay, it goes into our remold buckets, and we have no waste when we use clay. After the potters have used it, water is added to it, and then you can see the equipment behind me, that's our remuller. We send it back through and it gets made into logs again and it gets reused. So we never waste any, we don't throw any away, we always recycle it. All of the artistry starts right here. We have our two potters stations where Rick and John are busy throwing on a daily basis. The way they work is we have our pieces that are part of our standard line that you can see above me, and each piece has a dimension and a weight that goes along with it, and they'll get a work order each week on what items to make and the quantity to make, and that's where they start, right here with their potter's wheel and some very simple equipment. They start by weighing each piece and then go from there. When the potters throw the pottery in, it becomes greenware. Each piece is put into our damp box for a slow drying procedure and put on carts then for the next process of either glazing or decorating. I'm standing here today in our glaze booth. The glazing is the final process before firing. Each piece, when it's leather hard, comes to our glaze station. A stoneware piece, it gets a solid glaze. All of our glazes are made in-house by our engineer, Glenn. We choose the colors that are trending and then we create them due to the quantities of pottery that we're pushing through our system each day. And then our classic pottery has a finishing glaze that goes over the top prior to firing. Each piece is placed on the spinning wheel, it spins around and then it dries again, and this is the last step prior to firing. The final step in our process is the firing. Each of our glazeware pieces goes through our electric kilns. We have 3 large electric kilns that we load and unload daily. The firing process is around 12 hours, and when they're opened up, then they pretty much go on to our finished goods shelves or out the back door and ship out. This is it, the final step in our classic pottery. As you can see, we fire our classic pottery in a kiln about the size of a small garage. It's a gas kiln. It gets loaded each week and we fire the kiln 1 time per week. It takes roughly 4 hours to fill the kiln, and I say it's somewhat like a puzzle because the pieces that we put on each week are different, and so we have to find a way to fit all the pieces in. It takes about 7 of our carts of greenware to fill, and like I said, about 4 hours to complete the loading process. Then the door is closed and our firing begins. It slowly works itself up to temperature, to our reduction temperature of 1600, and then it finishes at 2200 degrees, which takes overnight about 12 hours. When we open it up the next morning, we're always excited to see your custom, personalized, and all our seasonal patterns come to life as they do each week. Thank you for joining us today for our virtual 45-year anniversary open house. We're so excited to bring you the process that each of our artists go through every day to bring our products from our hands to your homes. We hope very soon we're able to open up our studios and offer you the experience of our true open house. Have you come in, touch the clay, try this potter's wheel, see the process, and be able to tour our Rowe Pottery store. That's when we will be so excited to have you back in person, to talk with you every day and help you find the pottery that's just right for your home. Until then, thanks for coming.